Welcome to the Middle Age-ish podcast. Authentically and unapologetically keeping it real. Discussing all things middle-age-ish. A time when metabolism slows and confidence grows. Join fashion and fitness entrepreneur Ashley Badowski, former Celtic woman and founder of the Lisa Kelly Voice Academy, Lisa Kelly, licensed psychologist and mental health expert, Dr. Pam Wright, and highly sought-after cosmetic injector and board-certified nurse practitioner, Trisha Kennedy Roman. Join your hosts on the journey of Middle Age-ish.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Middle Ages Podcast. I'm Trisha Kennedy Roman, and I'm joined here today with my co-host, Ashley Badowski, Lisa Kelly, and Dr. Pam Wright. And today you are listening to our Sofa Talk. We're going to be talking about our upcoming episode with Derick Johnson. He is a U.S. Army veteran and also a fitness coach and really a mindset coach. He has a great attitude of just a go-getter attitude, and I think he's going to be really great to talk to.
I know. I think this is our first veteran.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. I think so. Yeah.
I think is amazing. You know, I mean, I've just got a soft spot for the veterans and those that do what they do and have done what they've done.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even imagine.
Yeah. And to see him keep up with his physique and his working out and his positivity. I mean, he's just...
Well, I just think you have to be like your inner core has to be so strong and your mind has to be just like your moral compass for the most part has to be really firm in your beliefs. It's kind of like law enforcement and things like that. You see the worst of humanity when you're dealing with war and
trauma.
Right. And so I think just those that can come through it, we've talked about, you know, triumph over tragedy and all of those things. But I think this is just another one that proves that point that, you know, with your strong inner core.
He has an impressive background, too. He was Soldier of the Year for his battalion 3 times, and he's received numerous awards for physical therapy. And I'm curious if he was really disciplined and that's what made him join the Army, or if that's what made him so disciplined.
Made him disciplined, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Because he is, I mean, if you listen to, I've researched him a lot and listened to a lot of his videos, and he's just so disciplined. You know, we were just talking about going to Pure Bar, and, you know, I said that's really early in the morning. It's about excuses. I mean, our podcast with Michael, he talked about excuses, and it's really easy to make excuses. And I think listening to him, he's just so disciplined. You know, I don't think he makes excuses.
It's funny, I was talking to Scott today and we were talking about, you know, people who make excuses, and he was talking about a conversation he'd had with somebody else. He was a pro athlete as well. And he was saying that the first person to fail is always the person who has the problem turning up on time. Always. They're always the ones that go, can we do 15 minutes later? Oh, I don't know. Is this very early? They're the first ones to go, no.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that that's such a strong point. Because, I mean, going back, like you have to be disciplined. And when you make a commitment, it's that commitment. It's not like you don't get to vary, you know, what you're agreeing to based on your terms. It's like you either do it or you don't do it.
Yeah. And it's your choice.
Right. Exactly.
You don't have to do it. Yeah. 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 But the discipline to work out, oh my goodness, I really don't have that.
I mean,
I find it really hard.
It is hard.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to be super embarrassed to talk to him, because I can talk myself out. I'll be like, tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. You know, I'll work out extra hard tomorrow, but if I could just lay in this bed for another 30 minutes, I'll be fine. Yeah. So I'm actually really embarrassed to talk to him. He doesn't need to hear about my lack of discipline.
I think working out, though, is so different when you get to middle age as well, though. I think that's been the hardest part. And then you hear so many different things about what you should do when you're middle age and what you shouldn't do when you're middle age. I was listening to somebody today saying it was actually pointless to be on a treadmill in your middle age.
And lift weights, like weights, build muscle.
Well, because your body doesn't respond how it used to. And so where like you could, you know, do whatever type of workout or whatever, you would see results quicker. And our age group, the body is not our friend half the time. And so it takes longer. And I think that that's why so many women, I mean, I don't know, I'm not going to speak for men, but why they do give up, you know, because you're so used to seeing results quicker in most cases, not in all, but now it does take longer. And so you have to stay committed, but you're committed to a goal that you don't see yet. And that can be hard.
That's really hard.
Are we using our age as an excuse, though? You know, I mean,
but
there's so much conflicting information. Yeah. So you're like, what
but
am I
I know
supposed to
for
do?
me, it's the truth. Like I played tennis like 4 days a week competitively all through my 30s. I worked out, I ran, And I would see, like, I could stop running for a month and I could run for a week and be right back at it. Like, my body would bounce back and I would start to see the definition. So that to me is just, but it's just me. But now it does take longer for me to see. Now, granted, I can't run anymore because my knees. Yeah. That's not an excuse. It's true.
Can't do it.
Yep.
But just for me, it takes longer for me to see results. And like I said, so then you're doing something with the hope of seeing something better, you know, or feeling better or something like that. So
Yeah, it's definitely not as fast though as it used to be. Or the same thing that works before doesn't work now.
oh, that's
So,
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree with that. But I find so many people are into the marketing. You know, we talk about the quick fix and things like that.
Oh my
but
gosh,
I mean,
it's-
there's so many advertisements. You click on anything about take this, you know, gummy and you'll like melt fat overnight and take. It's just
I think
people
they've
try
always
that.
been around.
I was
though.
like, but that's just the world we live in.
more,
Everyone wants a quick fix and they
Yeah.
don't want to have to put the time in. And just logistics wise and common sense, you know, in my opinion, like nothing is easy if that's worth it.
yeah.
I mean, that's just how like life was never meant to be easy
Right.
and worth it, you know, like you got to work for it. And so, but yeah, we're just in that world of instant gratification. I want that look, but not to have to work for it, you know, so.
I think about Michael in our last podcast and talking about using pain to get stronger. And that's what I'm trying to tell myself from doing that wall Pilates, that my butt hurting this bad is making me stronger.
But that shows you that, but that's the thing, like, that's the crazy thing with that, like, guess the wall Pilates, or when you know, start at Pure Barre and all of a sudden you're like, I cough and my core like hurts and I'm whatever. But that shows you that you actually are doing something.
Yeah.
It gets scary when you don't feel it. If I was to ask someone after a first class at the studio, like, how are you feeling? Oh my gosh, I feel great. Like, I didn't feel anything. And I'll be like, uh-oh.
You didn't work hard enough.
Uh-oh. No, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So,
on our Facebook page today, we put about making your bed every day as kind of discipline. Who does that? Do you guys do that?
Yeah.
most days.
Most
I don't.
days.
Scott does, but if I'm the last one out, I'm not going to, because I feel like I'm just going to get right back in it. But the most successful people make their bed. So I think
I love
that made me
a
motivated.
made bed. Now, granted, I have 55,000 pillows on
I
my
don't
bed.
do
It looks ridiculous, but so fabulous.
Yeah.
And it just makes me happy.
And you do that every day.
For the most part. Now, there are some days, like if I don't sleep well and I know I'm going to come home, I'll just leave it, I'll close my door. So I don't even look in there. But it makes me so happy to have a master bedroom, like the bed made.
Yeah, I've never left my bed unmade. Not since I was like, in my teens, maybe.
Oh, I mean, I totally get, like, it's a struggle, but I'm just like, oh no, I'm going to come right home from work and I'm just going to just lay down for 2 seconds.
But I think it's the act of like, if I was going to do that, it's the act of like taking down, and I have a duvet, so like, I love the head.
you
I
have
can't
to,
do
like-
a comforter, like it has to be the duvet and the sheets, but I don't make it as well as Scott makes it. Scott makes the bed like look gorgeous.
Really?
I would hire him out. He is amazing. He can make our house look like a show house in 10 minutes. Him and Jack, my son Jack. The rest of us, not so much. Oh, he's amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
why I married him.
fantastic.
Yeah. Housekeeping. Yeah, he's great.
I mean, Michael loves for it to look nice, but I mean, he really doesn't care.
Oh, yeah, no, Scott. Yeah.
Well, our post motivated me, so I'm going to start making my bed every morning.
It does make you.
It's
I
so
mean,
nice.
it really does make you feel better. I don't know why. Like I
I
really
think it's like if your environment is cluttered and your
Oh, no,
environment
that is
is
true.
not like clean and like you said, clean lines, like looks good, then you feel like cluttered in your head.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny.
that's so true for me, especially. Like I can't do clutter because you're right. Like my energy gets all weird.
Because when you're thinking about that,
You get
clean this up
overwhelmed.
versus
Yeah.
like, what
Yeah.
I need to be doing. I need to be clean.
Yeah, because my energy has to be calm, so I have to have everything in place. I don't like knickknacks. I don't like at all. Very little. Like I'm not very sentimental about things. I just
throw everything out.
Throw it out.
Thank you.
Trash.
Oh my gosh,
Scott's
my
like,
family.
I gave you that. I'm like, yes, I don't use it.
Yeah, my family thinks that I'm so unfeeling
I'm so-
and that I'm
Yeah.
just so weird. But I'm like, now Michael is super sentimental.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe you have one. I don't know. Is Scott?
Yeah.
Okay,
He'd keep everything.
Oh my gosh, Michael is so. I mean,
Yes, hoarding is not a good thing.
I still
no.
have this jumperoo for my son who's turning 18 in a week or so. I
You
still have
still
his
have what?
jumperoo. I can't get rid of his jumperoo.
Oh, I'd keep stuff like that. Like
Well,
I
I
have
mean,
my pregnancy tests.
Oh, you know, I
God.
think Michael kept mine, but I do have like the boys, like their first little pair of tennis shoes, and I have their little blanket, their little BBs.
Yeah, but they're pictures.
But everything else, you would not know that I have children or a husband.
See, I have a whole storage room. I will get rid of everything but kids' stuff. And I have a whole storage room that is just kids' papers, kids' everything.
Oh, you're so good. Like
You
Harry
are.
had come home with his art, and I go, "That's lovely."
Yep.
He's like,
trash.
yeah.
Trash.
That little bunny I made you. Why did I see it in the trash can?
Your dad threw it out.
You're like, oh, your dad is so heartless.
And he's like, never would I throw it away.
Yeah, no,
No, not a hoarder at all.
Clutter is not a good thing.
No.
I know. Like,
Do you know what I can't throw out though?
what?
Underwear.
What?
Okay.
I can't throw out underwear.
We're gonna
Why?
we're gonna
Oh,
circle back
no.
to that
Here we
used
go.
underwear conversation right in the beginning.
She's gonna sell
Hundreds
it.
of pairs.
You
I
can
could
sell
sell
it.
it.
was
I wouldn't be
like-
able to.
You could sell it.
I was
love-
like, now we know the second market. She's gonna be super
Yeah.
successful.
It's like her 401k.
God.
She's got a 401k set
Hold on a
aside.
second. Can you imagine? Can you
Kelly's underwear.
imagine what Lisa could sell? Like this is
Ew.
Lisa Kelly's
Underwear.
worn
These are
underwear.
20 years old.
Oh my
They're
God.
10 years old.
It's,
What era would you like?
they're gonna be like it's like an auction.
It'd be like the
$5,000.
Like the Taylor Swift Eras tour.
Yes.
It'd be like the Eras
Okay,
underwear.
so
Whoops.
you have to explain why can you not?
I just
throw this
can't.
out?
I can't throw out underwear. It's the only thing. Like, yeah, it's the one thing that I like.
Okay,
you could
that-
go through.
I'm gonna giggle about that for so long. I mean,
can't throw them out. Even like, and I don't
you
buy
have to have
expensive
literally
underwear.
an entire dresser of
I
just
do.
underwear.
Yeah, all cheap as well. Like we're talking like $1 thongs.
But those are going to
still wanna
sell
throw
for a
them
lot
out.
more.
I was like, you can have a total side hustle. You can have your own vending machine.
Yeah.
Could my own vending.
Oh my
machine.
God, have your beautiful
Right
face.
by Pure Bark.
Right, exactly. Beautiful face. Oh my God.
That's
Okay,
so
here is
funny.
a business plan for
So if you're looking for what I hoard underwear. Definitely.
Interesting.
I haven't, and I think Scott's a bit the same as well. He has like
Oh my
so many
God.
pairs of boxers, so many pairs.
the
It's
things
crazy.
we learn here.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of underlying.
Yeah.
I need to go into your psyche and figure out what it is.
Why
about
do you
that.
keep underwear, Lisa?
Yes.
It's weird.
That's gonna
When
be
you were
on
a child, did your mom never buy you new underwear? You had to wear
She's
the
the
same.
same. She's the same. She hoards underwear as well.
Interesting.
That's episode 25.
I think that it
Yes,
must be
exactly.
it must be a Kelly thing. I think we all do. I'm thinking of my sisters too. They probably hoard. I have one sister who's a complete hoarder, so she hoards everything.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
Pam's analyzing.
I know. My
I know.
well, I think about like people who have like shoe fetishes and millions of shoes and they will never throw away shoes, but underwear.
Oh
is
no,
like
I
a whole
do
new
have a
difference.
thing for shoes. No, I do throw the ones like I can't not have. There's no such thing as having too many shoes.
I know.
I know.
A lot of people are.
I saw that look. Oh my God! Now I understand
No,
what
no.
Country Wayne's talking about. Like you're like looking into my soul.
No, I'm like, oh wow.
What do you hoard?
What do I hoard?
Yeah. All right. You know what? We need to analyze
I
you.
don't know. What do I hoard?
You're
I bet
perfect.
running shorts.
No. Running shorts, no. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I do save a lot of the kids' stuff, probably, more so than anything
What's your
else,
favorite
though.
thing to buy? Like what makes you happy when you buy it?
Probably clothes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, throwing away clothes, though. But after a while, you're just, if you don't use it, it's
Yeah.
time to, like, clean out.
That's
Yeah, I
hard
do
for me
that.
to do with clothing, though. I can do it with shoes. Clothing for me, I've learned in the past, I'll get rid of it, and so there's something in my psyche that then 2 days later I'll be like, oh my God, if I had just kept that shirt.
Exactly.
So
It comes
now
back around.
I have like 4 closets
Wow.
packed, all like seasoned by colors because
Oh
I
my gosh, you are so
I
organized.
am so, I just am like so paranoid. Like I'll pull it out. I'm like, oh, I haven't worn that in 2 years. Okay, get rid of it. No, don't you remember that dress you donated and then you went to that thing and you were like, you needed that exact dress. It's like this constant.
It's mad.
I know. Why do I do that, Pam?
Well, but it goes back to like I needed that and I didn't have it
Yeah,
or I
when
gave
I
it
need
away.
it.
So
Yeah,
I'm not
because
gonna
God
give
knows I
anything
can
away.
find something else to wear, but it's that
one
specific thing. And then if I
That's
wear
so frustrating though when you're looking for one thing and you know you either have it or you gave it away, but then you're like, why did I give that away? Or where could I find it? I can't
and then
find
that's
it.
when I go back through, I'm like, I haven't worn that in 2 years, or I haven't worn that in 3 years. Oh my God, I don't even know if that would even still fit me. But I'm like, nope.
So mine
it
are
never
all sentimental.
happened.
If it's sentimental to me, then I keep it, which we know
Again,
how I'm sentimental.
I don't
so
have
I have a lot of
anything.
keepers.
No clothes.
No. I purge twice a year.
I need to. I mean, I'm so good with everything else but clothes.
Yeah, clothes are hard.
Yeah, it's still hard,
Shoes
but
are
I'll still
easier.
get it. Oh yeah, shoes. I've no problem.
No.
But again, I'll keep my $1 Old Navy flip flops for 25 years.
Right along with your thongs.
Maybe it's just cheap. Maybe it is. I like to keep the cheap stuff.
I was gonna say, but they still are good.
Oh, I won't throw out makeup either. That's the other thing.
Oh, I pitch that
my
like
gosh.
crazy.
See, I can. That one.
I had like
do that.
MAC makeup from 20 years ago for my first year in Riverdance. The first year we were there, we got a 25% discount on all MAC makeup. So I have like a
you
big
went to
case of
town.
MAC eyeshadows that I never used that are still sitting there. And I once had a dream that my house burnt down and all I was upset about was my MAC eyeshadow.
That's funny. You're like, go get the MAC eyeshadow. Go get the makeup, not the baby pictures, but the MAC eyeshadow.
No, everything else just
So
let it burn.
funny.
Let it
Yeah.
burn. Let's save the eyeshadow.
It's crazy.
Eyeshadow and underwear. That's interesting. I'm
Eyeshadow
still
and
thinking
underwear.
about it. Still
Yeah.
trying to figure out what's going on there.
Yeah, I think that's my weird. That's my weird.
Well, we all have something weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you would be human if you don't have something weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that because it just makes me feel better.
I know.
So what's your weird? Mine's germaphobe. You guys know me. I'm like constantly sanitizing my hands. I'm a germaphobe.
I mean, I really do think that I just don't like clutter. I'm weird about like the way that my house is. I like structure.
Yeah, I like structure.
Yeah,
Oh,
it just
it has
I
to be
like.
structured.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel good working. Like everything just
Yeah.
has a place and boundaries. I feel really good about boundaries.
Summer is a nightmare for me. I feel I accomplish nothing when I don't have a proper schedule of going to work and doing
Right.
the set. Like once I have any sort of free time, I'm so not productive at all.
Yeah.
I find it really hard.
It is. Yeah. No, I like. It sounds good to be able to like just completely chill and do nothing. I can do it for like maybe 45 minutes and then I start to get antsy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so do I need to go reorganize the pantry? I mean, do I need to do some more laundry? Maybe I should just go ahead and wash the dish, put the dishwasher on, and then it's only half full.
Right.
Well, I heard our upcoming guest, Derick, talking about like how people who live for the weekend and then just kind of do nothing on the weekend, he's got feelings towards that. I'm the same way. Like if I have a day off, I think I'm going to get a lot done, but I'm less productive.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when I was in college, like the more I was working and the more projects I had and different things, I got more done than when I had less going on, I feel like.
When the kids were little, I did love the weekends when we had nothing to do. But now that, my kids are grown and out of the house, it's so weird how then it's flip-flop where I'm just like, I mean, I love the downtime with Michael and we do love in the evenings sitting on the back porch and just having some wine and stuff like that. But I do remember that feeling of the weekends that I could not wait for Friday afternoon when I would pick the boys up from school and know that there was nothing going on that weekend. So I do remember that. I don't know what switched with me because now it's just like, I'm like, I don't care if it's the weekend. I mean, it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
So maybe it was just with the kids.
You're like the lady in Downton Abbey. What's her name?
I never watched that.
You never watched Downton Abbey?
I didn't.
Oh, the count, not the countess. What's her name?
Is this a compliment?
Maggie's
Or?
like, no. When they're all talking about a weekend, she's like, "What's a weekend?"
Yes.
Because you're
Okay.
like, "Constant weekend."
Yeah, what's a weekend? I don't. It's just another day. Yeah. So
Talking about TV shows and like overachievers, have you guys watched Below Deck?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I've like binge watched that as funny as watching
Is it not so hilarious?
I love it, but
good.
so Captain Sandy
Oh yes.
is a badass.
She is a total badass.
I love her.
And I've messaged her. I want her to be on this so bad. So I've messaged her. I don't know if I'll hear from her, but I would love to get her on here because I think she is just
Funny.
awesome.
She's amazing.
She's awesome.
Yeah, because what's the other Captain? Oh my God.
There's
guy.
two. There's the one that's
Is
sailing.
it Rick? No.
One in sailing and the other one that's
It's not the sailing one. Captain.
Older.
Yeah, the older. Oh.
He was awesome too. I can't believe it. Oh, I can't think of his name.
That's going to drive me crazy.
Lisa, you would like that.
Below
You like
Deck.
reality.
I do. I love reality.
Yeah,
shows.
it's funny.
It's so funny.
Oh, I have to watch that.
Like just what goes on. Like I don't know. I mean, of course, I could go on if I had to.
Mm-hmm.
But now I would probably be like, what are they talking about down there? What are they doing down there? I mean, I know what are they doing down
The
there?
people that have been on him, because there have been some amazing guests on the yacht.
my gosh,
and then there
yes.
have been some awful ones. But the way they talk about him, like when they watch his show afterwards,
yes.
I'm like, oh my gosh,
That's what I would be
So
absolutely.
bad.
I think I would be so over the top, like trying to be so nice because I'm like, I know that you guys are talking about us. I know you are. I know you're gonna be evaluating everything I do. I cannot request anything because you get dogged on if you were like have special requests.
You know, my favorite person on is the chef. She's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
She's so
the
funny.
chefs are always so funny. Like
Yeah.
the
They
one,
get
trying
the
to think of-
worst. They get the worst treatment though. Like
They
it's
do,
either like
because-
it's all on them to either like they've performed or they haven't. Like
yeah,
they,
and I mean the guests, and I know it's reality TV show, so everything is heightened. But like, just to this day cannot believe that people actually treat other people that way. Like when you hear some of those guests, the way that they talk to that team, like it always
awful.
startles me.
Yeah.
That people think that's justified to mistreat just because, like, okay, oh my God, I'm sorry, that's not how I ordered my
Just to be
eggs.
that
Like,
rude.
that was one of them I remembered, and the guy just like literally flipped out over eggs.
Right.
Terrible.
And I'm just like,
It's ridiculous.
okay, please tell me this is only because it's, you're being filmed, that you actually don't go through life. Like that, I just think that would be miserable.
So the one I loved was Chef Rachel Hargrove. I need to message her. I'd love to get her on. She was
remember
good.
her.
Yes,
is-
you do.
Yeah, she's.
See, I
I love her.
She was really good.
Her attitude. I mean, she's just.
because they do the
love the way
Mediterranean,
she-
don't
yeah.
they? Isn't that Captain Sandy? Does she do the Mediterranean? Or-
It's the most recent Below Deck.
oh,
out.
okay.
I binge watched like the whole season 10, I think. I can't remember
It's
where
like
though.
Italy, isn't it?
No,
Are they over there?
no, I can't remember where they were. I gotta look.
Somewhere in Spain, maybe. But there's this one that's interesting because there's a guy and he's the captain of this like other smaller.
Right. Those boats are insane.
And he's messaging and he's like, you need to move. Like, you need to move because he was worried like there's going to be wind and it was going to blow like their vessel into their. And she was, no, I'm not doing that. And then she's like, I feel like he thinks he can talk to me like this almost because I'm female.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's not a lot of like respect for women who are captains. And she was very like, I am not moving. Like I am.
Oh, I love that one.
Do you
That
remember
episode. She was a stud.
She was like, I'm not. Sorry. If it gets bad, then I'll like talk to him again. But
Yeah.
she
She
really
held her
stood
own.
her ground. But she was just like, I think that there's a disrespect because women who are reach the level of a captain don't get that much respect and treatment. But that's
it's
a
like
really
we've
good
come so
episode.
far, but yet we haven't.
Yeah, I would
it's
love to
good.
get her on. But I love this chef too. She would be like one I'd want to hang out with. She was awesome. That Rachel Hargrove. It was Captain Lee, by the way.
That's it.
That's
oh my
it.
gosh. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Captain Lee.
Oh, I have to watch this.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get another glass of wine.
So good.
Watch season 10.
Season
Like,
10.
It's
Below Deck.
it's just so funny.
What's it on?
I watched it on
Bravo.
Amazon.
It's on Bravo.
Bravo. Oh, Amazon. Okay. There's.
That's not me.
It was funny. I was binge watching with Corbin. I said, I don't know if you should be watching this. And he reminded me he's getting ready to turn 18. So I was like, okay.
Oh,
Trisha.
I know.
Probably watching worse.
I know. I was like, honey, he's watching yours. You're so cute.
That's so funny.
I
She's
was
probably
telling
like
Lisa
yours.
before we started that I realized that this is his last first day of school was the other day. And so I cried and I cried and I cried.
I remember. I mean, yeah.
Sad. Oh yes, I remember those days too.
I mean, now that I do, yeah. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I know I'm not sentimental and I don't like to cry, break out in hives.
Yeah.
But I do remember when the kids, their first day when they pulled out of the driveway after they got their license,
Oh,
that
I
one was
cried.
heartbreaking for me.
The license.
And when I dropped them off at college and I had to drive, when we drove away.
Oh,
I haven't done that one yet.
no.
So those were, so I totally get
Brutal.
it. Oh my gosh.
Somebody's
even-
either peeing or pouring wine. And that
I was peeing in the corner.
Exactly.
I'm peeing in the corner.
she might be with
Dr.
her wine.
Pam.
Yes. It's me. The bladder issues are real.
She did it in her glass.
Yes. The bladder.
Oh, I mean, hi. We got to keep it real here, guys. It's, it is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think our guest next week is going to be amazing. I think he's going to really help us with a go-getter
'cause like
mindset.
I said, I would love to, I mean, just talking to someone who has been in the military and that discipline and come out of it and continue to stay that course and continue to just,
motivate.
Make sure you tune in next week for Derick Johnson, our interview.
All right, you guys.
Cheers to being a go-getter.
Yep. Cheers.
Thank you for joining the ladies of the Middle Age-ish podcast as they journey through the ups and downs of this not young, but definitely not old season of life. To hear past episodes or make suggestions for future episodes, visit www.middleageish.com. That's www.middleageish.com. You can follow along on social media at Middle Age-ish. Also, if you have a moment to leave a review, rate, and subscribe, that helps others find the show, and we greatly appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next episode of the Middle Age-ish podcast.